think you're crazy. I think you're crazy. I think you're crazy. Just like me. What's happening, guys? My name is Casey Francis O'Brien. I'm here on the spiritual front lines in the capital of Vermont at the peak of Leo season. You know what we're gonna do today? Can you tell what we're gonna do today? Take a guess. If you guessed go to the bar, you'd be very wrong. Fuck all those smelly, privileged, out of their mind losers cannibalizing each other for fun. No, in fact, we're going to go steal food from the gas station dumpster, and I'm going to take you on the whole adventure with me. You're going to see exactly what I see when I go down. So, I'm going to ride my bike with no handlebars really quick like a professional. Put the cigarette in my mouth. Switch hands. Now we have this. Here we have the Vermont State Capitol building. It was made by an organization of people that have been around since ancient Egypt, that as they moved west and raped and pillaged and conquered and rebuilt their civilizations just to have them fall, and they continued to move east, where they raped Rome and then became the Vatican, then they raped England and became Great Britain, and then they raped the world and then became the Freemasons, became the Illuminati, the occult. They built these monuments as a big fuck you to everyone that they conquered. As they built society and built civilization based off of the kidnapping and rape of children to farm them for sexual energy. In this big, what you call the system, where you have to employ yourself and you're immediately a commodity as soon as you're born. You're a container for energy that they pimp you out through your whole life. And the big joke is, how long can you subject yourselves to the torture of employment, taxes, real estate, land ownership, when there's no such thing as land ownership, and all this bureaucratic bullshit to make you forget the fact that you're a spiritual being having a human experience, working with the divine. So they did these horrible things like rape Indian women, indigenous people, kidnapping indigenous black children, convincing them their culture didn't even exist. We have no idea what happened because they made up all the history. We have no idea what's going on, so usually I go down that way, but I'll take you down the main road for today. It's a Friday. It's early at night. It's early in the morning. It was popping. It was electrified. I got into several altercations today with the same 5 characters. No matter what. It's like I'm in a gauntlet. Every day I wake up and I deal with the same shit. Just trying to ride my bike in peace. Then I recover what I can and I make my songs. Here we have the Vermont History Museum. I've never been in, but it must be big. 200 years of history in such a big building. What is there, a bunch of cows? So this is State Street. These are all government buildings. Here we have a nice hotel. I drive by this every night. I ride by it on my bike. Here we have a Mexican restaurant. I eat their burritos sometimes if I had extra money, which I never have extra money, but here we have the hotel and conference center. Here we have some guy with a neck beard. Look at all these nice cars. California, Expedition, New York, Hassa. Look at these. Honda. I don't even know what kind of car this is. I've never seen this in my life. New Jersey, New York. How would you get their money if you needed to save the world by building a content creation studio in the hills, deep in the forest, and slowly working towards saving your community from becoming brainwashed, brain dead, lifeless automatons working for an artificial intelligence? Here we have a church. Here we have a nice big church. It is the Christ Church Episcopal, Sunday 8 and 10 a.m. Every time I've been to church, it was just trying to raping my spirit and converting me to their culture, and I would feel my insides get eaten and destroyed, and they would cackle and laugh. Here we have the Filibuster Cafe. Isn't filibustering what I'm doing right now, just making shit up as we go. Oaks and Evelyn. That's a very Irish name. Here we have the Book Garden with the Celtic font. We're in the most Irish part of the country. Here we have a bunch of trash that I eat out of. Woodbury Mountain. We're going to be passing a bar. And I'm not going to say shit. Because I usually talk to them and I sit there and I wait. I wait for the fat white losers to get offended by my presence and go inside to go keep consuming alcohol that ruins their testosterone and play pretend. Here's some of these look more like crackheads. It looks like Charlie O's is closed. Yo, on your left. They seem to be having a nice night. You heard me? And I'm right here. Here we have Capital Cannabis. We've got Hugo's. I can feel them still ripping at me. Here we have a man on a bike. Yeah, they're trying. That's all they know how to do, really, is just hurt others, right? Here we have, who knows what this is? What's up, bro? That guy is drunk. He's got a shirt for the place that I'm headed next. He's wearing a shirt of the town that I have planning on going to next. Here I had that same guy throw a temper tantrum on me the other day. Tried again even harder. He followed me out into the darkness and I was like, do you want to fight? He said some bullshit like, I won't even go into it, but he was not in reality and saying made up TV show things. And I gave him the realness and he freaked out and started screaming in the parking lot about how he's going to trespass me. And I said, shut the fuck up, pussy. Keep talking. Because he was mad that I don't have a bike lock, so I put my bike back here. Way, way in the back where no one can see me. And that just rubs him the wrong way. But we know it's a spiritual war. He was mad at my energy. He was trying to take it for himself, to act big and bad in front of all the girls. And I consistently made him scream and throw temper tantrums in front of everybody. I hide it way back in there. And the first time he came running out of this, thinking he was going to do something great, and I had him crying. Then the next day, today, he was hiding in the darkness over here waiting for me to leave Shaw so he could talk some shit. And it ended with him basically crying, throwing a temper tantrum in front of a whole full parking lot of people. And I said, shut the fuck up, pussy. Keep talking. And he was like pointing outrageously. Next time I see you, you're gonna... Literally. I said, shut the fuck up, pussy. Here we have a bridge. I've heard that a homeless man has fallen off this bridge the other day during the flood. And I tried to help the police look for them, and they kept being really rude to me the whole time, trying to push me away, invalidate me, try to check me, press me. And they were so focused on the ego system, they couldn't even use their eyes to focus. They were bumping into things. It's not that dark. They're robots now. Everyone I love is dead. And I think I'm only alive because I go out in the woods. And I live isolated. The more I go into society, the more I feel it tearing at me, ripping me to pieces, destroying everything I work hard to build inside, leaving me angry, and I start twitching. I start to feel it wrap around my legs and arms and try to pilot me remotely. And I'm able to recognize that's the behavior I saw in the people that me and about 1,000 others on YouTube have called gang stalkers. People that attack the chosen ones. And they'll do it right in your face. Because they've built the world in a way where it's easy to invalidate people for having an open heart and mind and paying attention. Here we have the fat white bitch that tells me that I'm not allowed to. She won't give me the food that she throws out. Because she's trapped. And all she does is know how to hurt people. They'll pretend to be nice until you wake up. So let's see what we have today in our special Christmas present box. We got a lot of shit today. Are there maggots? We check for maggots first. We don't see any flies or maggots. So this is looking like a really good haul for me. So we're gonna use this. I left one because I'm smart. We're going to put the phone somewhere. How about on the ground? Hold up. There we go. How about something like this? Bam. Perfect. Hello, this is Casey O'Brien. This is how to get food when you have no money and everyone you love is dead. And no one will help you because they think you're lazy. Today we have a cinnamon bun. I go specifically for these ones that have the cheese in them. Because the other ones go bad very quickly. This is a cinnamon roll. These are my favorites too. See, these ones are like pork, chicken, they go bad within 12 hours. They go bad too quick. These are like a chicken nugget or a hash brown. It's eggs and shit. That was my bite. Pizza is hard because this is where the maggots lay their eggs. You can't always get the pizza because for some reason the maggots like to go inside after their eggs. We got pretzels today. Chicken empanadas, they go bad once they hit the sunlight. So it's not cold enough to have chicken empanadas. You gotta go for you can't have the sausages. You gotta go for these bad boys right here. Always take 2 and you throw it out for the skunks and the squirrels. And then the Irish God of the Wild, Cernanos, will keep you protected in the forest. When the crows come to take away all your life force and leave you like a husk, then you have to go try to get sympathy from people that are so fat they can't even use their brain. You heard me? And they devote their whole day to trying to ruin the peace of mind for others. Deep down, they're ashamed of themselves. But when you've had to kill multiple people in self-defense, man, you have to live outside for years and people look in. Nothing really gets to you anymore. You've seen it all. So we have. Get one more. Check this out. All complete, baby. There we go. I don't know if you guys heard that noise in the background. And only 14 minutes, that's record time. Here we see a bunch of trash. Now what else should I do? Should we go the long way or the short way? So that woman came out to throw a hissy fit. Here we have a nice old couple probably. Should I ask them for money and ruin their day by stressing them out because they obsess about tiny things? I don't know, but we ride. We had the fat white people inside throw a temper tantrum, chucking their trash bags at me to let me know they disapprove of what I'm doing. Trying to make me feel weak. You understand? To validate themselves. How lucky could one guy be? As a fellow once said, ain't that a kick in the head? So now I'm going to show you something. Here's a tool you guys can use. When your rent gets so high, you have to be out here with people like me. And people like the people that I see. Is that when they take away your power and they strip you down to nothing, and you're left lifeless, a tether into the demiurge, and it just rips and tears at your fabric of your soul and peace of mind until everything that you worked hard to build gets eaten alive by some fat white cunt that's protected by racist police that will rape young women and get in no trouble. You take this is called a cigarette. You place it like so. And then you smoke it till the pain of the cigarette erases the pain of everything you just went through. And then the nicotine will stimulate your testosterone and help you focus so that you can make the right decision to embody your consciousness back into your spirit. You can start to become a ray of sunshine again. And then you can do your day-to-day. Grounded again. Here we have 81 Berlin Street. I don't know what's so good about that house that they needed a big sign to show it off. Not to sound cynical and pessimistic, man, but it hurts. So we're headed towards a bridge. Now, Bridges and I have a really rocky relationship. Some days I love to drive my car over the bridge and look out. And it's like I'm jumping through a tunnel. And then when I come out on the other side, everything is brighter. Some days I sit on the bridge and I wait for God to push me, because I can never just make my dreams come true. And sometimes I jump, but I always live, and it's always no injuries whatsoever. And then by the time I got done with that emotional roller coaster, I don't really feel like jumping again. Here we have a for sale sign because the government has made it too expensive for people to live. So they all have to leave. You can see an empty parking lot. So they're probably homeless, so they moved to Wyoming. And they've left the Green Mountains behind. Here we see blinking lights, flashing lights. This is the Connecticut River. It goes all the way down to the ocean. It's full of bodies and cars now because of the floods. So we're not going to go straight to River Street or Berlin Street, going east to Burlington or to St. Johnsbury and then up to New Hampshire. We're gonna go on this bridge. Let's show you. Maybe the flash can get it in its beauty. Battery's too low for the flash. I thought about moving my tent here, but the homeless shelter is too close. As much as it would be nice to wake up on the river, there's too high of a chance that a kid that thinks he's from the hood, or a 40-year-old man wrestling with the idea of raping a woman because he's been so lonely for 20 years, finds me the motherlode of everything, energetically and physically, and now I have a very special bike. We're not going to take the bike path. That would be too basic. We're going to go down the city street. And like every night, you ready? They've been expecting me. Angel eagle, come on down from the heavens just to help us on our way. They come to teach us, then they leave us to find some other souls to save. Angel eagle, come on down from the heavens, hear my drum, because I need you now. Yahweh, check this out. So this is how God blesses me. I find shit when nobody's looking. What do we have today? Looks like we have a nice comfy bench that I'm not ready to take. So we're gonna leave it for somebody else. And we have a nice, just like I found my nice coat, we have a nice coat for a short woman. So there must be a very nice old lady who just can't find the right coat anymore because the world has changed. They just don't make them like they used to. And she's gonna find that coat and it will make her month. Every day she's gonna put on that coat and be like, I'm so glad I found this, because everything I had before sucked. You feel me? I feel called to talk about the police. The police here. First, you get a dispatcher. And that dispatcher is usually an older woman. She's usually very fat. She's most definitely white. And she always has a problem as soon as you mention anything other than the culture that she's so proud to protect. So she's expecting you to put on a show and be very uppity and pretend. And then when you don't do that, they'll get pissed and they won't help you. I think police here, if you're not part of the culture that they like, their response time is about 45 minutes to an hour, even if the kid's dying. So we're gonna stop at the top of this hill. I'm gonna put the cigarette in my mouth and puff it while I give you the ride. We we passed the dumpster where that homeless man had stashed his bike, thinking that no one would find it. But I know, oh no, it's right here. So he put it behind this dumpster right over there. He fell down this hill and broke the bike, and then he hid it thinking no one would catch him and he could come back in the morning because he's too cracked up to carry it or something. Or he thought he would get caught if he walked. Who knows what goes on in their feeble, sick minds. So we already passed the bar. I won't put you through that again. Today we'll go on the bike path. This is where I first came. When I got here, I went behind the Shaws and I hid next to where they put out the dead food. The rotten food, my bad. And all the dead carcasses of chickens in this food processor that goes to the landfill when it could go to the homeless people right down the street. And then I went live on this bridge, and then you saw immediately I was swarmed by homeless people trying to ruin my day and cannibalize my spirit. They like to sit here. Here you'll see all of their stolen bikes. Look at what they did to the community. You can hear them wrestling about down there on heroin strung out of their minds. Then they walk around here. They can really only make it to the bus station to keep collecting more drugs from the kids that get off the bus. So on this little bike path, it's normal to see people overdosed and passed out, screaming at each other for nothing, and causing problems with the nice women at this bus station that really care about him. This is where I'll be when I take the bus to the next place. This is the last thing I'll see before I leave Montpelier, is this bus station. Outside the Taylor Street Apartments. Kendrick got signed to Taylor Swift. Tyler friend-zoned KC3. Kai Cenat. Cassius Culpepper uses a Taylor guitar. Here we have one in the flesh. Hey, so he's hunting for anything he can steal. So he was watching me because I'm full of light. So the thing inside of him wants to kill it and eat it, destroy it any way he can, because they're gone inside. They're literal zombies. Here's where all the kids play frisbee, and they scream and over-exaggerate everything they do because they love that they're downtown and can get all the attention. And they almost freak out. They're very impressed to see someone that doesn't get off the bike when he's on the grass, and he can just ride his bike through the harder terrain with ease. And we're back. Let's drag my last hit from the cigarette. This is where I came when I first got here. And I sat down over there and I ordered a Domino's pizza because one of the 3 donators threw me a tenner. So I got to eat a pizza. And that was the nicest night. I had a good 5 to 10 minutes before the crackheads descended on me. And they're always in the vicinity. It's like something knew I was coming and put them there. Because ever since, they've never been here. Except for the days I go live, or I'm really happy about life and excited for the future. Here's the terrace. That's where I sat and did all my live streams. My perch, my hawk's nest. This is where I kicked over their sign every morning until they had to put it inside That's where I do the live streams when I needed an outlet. And I would dance in front of everybody, singing my songs right in the center of all those pillars. This is where I would, when my clothes got too wet, this generator was pumping out heat. You can hear it. So I would put my clothes there, and I'd sit here naked, and I'd use this outlet. And then they got very mad at me using the outlet, threw a temper tantrum, came and literally assaulted me and stole my bike. Actual wimpy, skinny fat police officers. They were really mad that I left a cigarette butt here one day. So I was like, fuck you. We could have been great friends and saved the community together. Instead, you're gonna have to pick up my shit and my trash because you couldn't just let go of your pride and privilege. Here we have me knocking down something to inconvenience them. Let's go back and knock the next one down, shall we? Her name was Vicky. The one that treated me the worst. The one that lied to everybody and started all the rumors. The same name as my mom, while she was doing the exact same thing. It's almost like they're not real. And I'm alone here. But that means there's probably something good for it, right? There's probably a good purpose. So this is where I would pass out at night and make my songs when it rained. Over here. This is where I would go up at night, or go up in the morning, and I'd hide under a tarp and sleep. And they wouldn't find me. I like to ride my bike around here when I feel like riding a bike, but I don't want to go in the matrix. I just ride in circles around here, and it's very nice. This is where I feed the deer at night, because there will be a couple deer, or usually just a single buck, that comes up here. And he stands there, and we talk to each other in the astral plane, not the metaverse. And then he realizes that I'm chill like that. And I tell him I will leave food. But then when I walk towards him, he gets very skittish, but he doesn't run away because he knows I will leave and come back. He can come back. I've started riding down here now because it's quieter and safer, but the problem is there's no hawks here. So the crows descend on me almost immediately. For realsies. And they just scream in my face until I feel like I've lost everything again. So this is where I started the video. So this is where I will end the video. We have 9 minutes left on the thing. Place my bike here. Kickstand down because we have a kickstand now. Isn't that crazy? Look at this. High quality living. I'm going to put you down here and you're going to see me go get whatever sauces is left because I left them the other day. Seems like the animals have caught on and have taken my sauce that I left out. My marinara sauce and my ranch. The skunks have figured out that the ranch sits inside the little sealed containers. So instead, we're gonna kickstand up, get on my steed, Night Rider, and we're gonna ride this bitch with my food down this treacherous hill. Bam, I didn't die, look at that. We're gonna pull up, dismount, grab the horse by the lead, bring the horse over here tie the lead, leave him by some grass so he can feed. Because horses eat grass, so you can bring a horse anywhere there's grass. And now we're back to where I will be sitting and watching YouTube videos of other people having fun. Plug this in and see if my flash will work. Nope, the battery's too low. It was at 1%, we had just made it. But I have my raspberry iced tea now so I can enjoy the dryness and the sickness of the gas station food. I did leave it open, so I'm gonna have to check to see if there's any bugs in there. But if you can see me, that was a ride through Montpelier in the Saving the World series by Casey Francis O'Brien, with whatever's left of him after he gave it all, trying to wake up people on the live streams and fighting the problems of the world every day for how long have I been doing this? 10 years at least. Probably since I was born, right? Because the umbilical cord was wrapped around my neck trying to kill me. And I had to escape via helicopter when the sun was right above me in the middle of the day. On the 11th, making me a 33 life path, the most selfless and compassionate soul, an ascended master incarnate, here to influence the world in a positive way and show off everything that he's learned in all his different incarnations. Right now, it just seems like I'm enjoying the simplicity of life while making the biggest difference I can in the simplest way possible. I didn't even care about the bugs, I just ate it. I just drank it. Not to sound pessimistic, man, but you know how it is. There's my steed. Here is the last pizza I bought because someone sent me some money. So I didn't feel like eating the gas station food. But beggars can't be choosers, man. Here's the first bite. It's not terrible.